Welcome, everyone, to the California Community College's Dream It, Plan It, Transfer to a Four-Year webinar, the second of four we are hosting during Black Student Success Week's The Student Hour. I'm your host, Shay Diddy from KML in the Bay Area and Real 92.3 out in LA, and I will be your MC tonight. Now, as we kick off day 2 of 2025 Black Student Success Week, Student Hour webinars, I'm excited to welcome new audiences joining us from watch parties across the state. We also are joined by African American media outlets across the state who are streaming live via their Facebook pages. And there are so many ways to catch these exciting webinars, so there's really no excuse to miss out on all the great information we are going to be sharing all week long. Now, the Student Hour is all about you, high school students, current community college students, individuals who are considering enrolling at community colleges, and those of you who have not yet started to think about your college plans. We want to show you how you can achieve your higher educational and career goals with the California community colleges. So, welcome to you all. And whether or not you considered attending a community college, I think you're going to hear some exciting information today about future possibilities. Now, I myself am a California community college baby. I went to Washington High School in San Francisco, damn near dropped out sophomore year. Unfortunately, my dad got really, really sick, and we needed multiple incomes in order to keep a roof over the family's head. So, unfortunately, I had to drop out. I lied about my age, worked 40 plus hours a week just to help keep a roof over the family's head. A counselor at City College in San Francisco heard about my story, brought me in, was able to get me dual enrolled in high school classes and college classes so that I could not only graduate from high school, but I could continue to work full time. And once I was able to graduate high school, he went and developed a education plan for me to transfer to a four-year university. Now, I was able to thankfully transfer to UC Berkeley with his help as well by applying for a FAFSA and getting Pell Grants so that when I transferred to Cal, I was able to graduate with minimal loans. I did take out student loans when I shouldn't have, but that's what this is here for, so we can educate you on the best practices and the best things that you can do to make sure you succeed on your educational journey. And tonight, we're going to talk about some exciting things about community colleges that you may or may not know. We have college students and alumni here to share their experiences, and a representative from the California Community Colleges Board of Governors who will talk about programs, services, and resources available to help you succeed. Now, before we get started, let's go over a couple of things. If you have any questions, put those in the Q&A as they come up. Again, place your questions in the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen, not in the chat. And students, tonight you will have the chance to win a set of AirPod Pros, a $500 scholarship, a $1,000 scholarship, and the grand prize, a backpack filled with an iPad, a smart keyboard, and an Apple Pencil valued at $2,000. Now, I know you want to win this, but you must enter the drawing and be present at the end of tonight's workshop when prize winners are announced. If you win, we will ask you to come on camera. Yes, you must come on camera and be ready to introduce yourself. It's only going to be for like a minute. And again, you must come on camera in order to claim your prize. If you're unable to come on camera, unfortunately, we will have to move on to the next person. So as you are entering this contest, just know you have to come on camera if you win. Now, use the camera on your phone or tablet to scan the QR code that's on the screen right now, or click the link in the chat to complete the brief entry form. This drawing is for current and prospective students only, whether you are in high school, college, or entering community college. And don't forget, you must be present at the end of the program to win. And before we get started, if you have not done so, click the link in the chat to register for tomorrow night's Learn It, Earn It, Access to Good Paying Career Paths webinar. You're going to hear some exciting information from an expert panel about the career education programs at California community colleges and exciting job opportunities for California community college students who complete degree or certificate programs. Register now, tell your friends, and join us again tomorrow night. Now, let's get started and get into our Dream It, Plan It, Transfer to a Four-Year webinar. Our first presenter is Assistant Vice Chancellor Gina Brown, who is the Dean, Educational Services and Support in the California Community College Chancellor's Office. Dean Brown will be talking to us about the benefits of attending a California community college. Welcome, Gina.
Thank you so much, Shay. On behalf of the California Community College's Chancellor's Office, I welcome you all to day 2 of the Student Hour as we continue the Black Student Success Week series. Real quick, my job at the community colleges Chancellor's Office is to make sure that colleges have what they need to make sure that students like you receive the support you need while preparing to attend a community college, while you are enrolled in community college, and to help you transfer and make sure you are prepared for work to make some decent money. You know, like Shay, I actually attended a community college, actually 3. This was back in the early 90s. Times are different back then. The fee was only $6 a unit. It did go up to 13, but compared to today at $46 per unit. Of course, the cost of books was still sky high. I mention what used to be to show how far we have come at the California community colleges. Today, while the fees are $46 per unit, almost half of all of our students qualify for a fee waiver. And so, but not only is community college at that $46 per unit significantly less than four-year universities, but like four-year colleges, there is financial aid available at every community college. And it's there to help you pay for fees and expenses such as books, computers, supplies, and sometimes even housing. On Thursday, the California Student Aid Commission is hosting a Cash for College workshop to walk you through the new FAFSA and DREAM Act applications to make sure you receive the maximum amount of aid for which you qualify. And this brings me to a question about why Black Student Success Week is important. Bottom line is that Black Student Success Week is important because Black students are important. And the student hour specifically is important because it is designed to provide information that fits the needs of all students. Black Student Success Week is just one way that we are affirming our commitment to student success and helping Black students and all other underserved students feel an unconditional sense of belonging at the California community colleges. We know you have many choices to consider when it comes to choosing and attending college, so why should you consider a community college? First, we are the largest system of higher education in the nation. Over 2 million students enroll per year across our 116 campuses statewide. Students who choose community colleges attend for many reasons. Community colleges offer an exciting college experience and provide support from various programs that help you succeed. And attending a community college makes earning a college degree more affordable. There are student support services like Basic Needs that help every community college student get the additional support and remain focused on their education. At one of our colleges, students can receive services to directly access food, housing support, transportation, support to and from campus, childcare services, and more. California community colleges also offer dual enrollment, which allows students to get a head start and earn college credit by enrolling while still in high school. There are more than 200 career programs available to California community college students that provide hands-on training for in-demand, high-paying jobs for today and the future. There is the availability of the bachelor's degree program. Many people don't realize that you can now earn a 4-year degree in 15 different programs at various community colleges throughout the state. And as you will hear from current college students today, our colleges offer the associate degree for transfer that grants students who complete the program a guaranteed safe spot at a participating 4-year university. California community colleges are interested in one thing and one thing only, and that's your success. Our colleges exist to help students like you realize their dreams. Please visit icangotocollege.com to learn more about the California community colleges and how to apply for financial aid. Thank you, Shay.
Thank you so much, Assistant Vice Chancellor Brown. I know you may have some questions for Gina Brown from the California Community College Chancellor's Office. We have some more presenters coming up, so if you have any questions, please place them in the Q&A at the bottom of your screen throughout this program, and she will get back to them to answer them. And remember, if you are a student and you haven't yet entered the drawing to one of the prizes of our great scholarships, now is your chance. Remember to win. If you win, you must come on camera and be ready to introduce yourself. Again, you must come on camera in order to redeem your prize. If you're unable to come on camera, we will have to move on to the next person. Now, scan the QR code on your screen or click the link in the chat to enter, and don't miss out on the chance to win. We'll be closing the raffle shortly. Now, let's take a look at a short video featuring real students who attend California community colleges.
You have big dreams for your future, but you may still be wondering how you're going to get there. It's why California community colleges offer an associate degree for transfer, commonly called an ADT. This program helps you take the first step in your higher education at community college and reach the next level at a four-year university.
Occupational therapy is the big goal because I love helping people. And with the associate's degree to transfer, I'm guaranteed a spot.
With more than 40 different popular majors to choose from, you not only gain a high-quality education, but you have a clear path to a guaranteed safe spot at a California State University, participating independent not-for-profit colleges in California, and HBCUs. When it comes to higher education, this is the fast track.
I'm planning to use associate's degree for transfer, which gives me a guarantee to go on further to Cal State Long Beach, and I'm looking forward to that.
And ABT empowers you to stay on track by only taking the classes you need, ultimately saving you time and money. For many students, an ABT is the fastest way to kickstart the career of their dreams. By completing 60 semester units or 90 quarter units of general education and major preparation at a community college while maintaining a GPA of 2.0 or higher, you can secure a guaranteed safe spot and transfer with junior standing to one of the participating colleges or universities. For current high school students, recent graduates, or adults re-entering the classroom, there's no better way to build your future.
California wants you to succeed. Just hearing about ADT, like who wouldn't want to just do the required classes and then have a secured spot?
Community college counselors can help you plan the best route to your educational goals, as well as introduce you to support programs like food pantries, transportation assistance, childcare, emergency housing, and other resources that can help you succeed. And ABT offers you a guaranteed safe spot at a participating university and is a better, more efficient way to go. Take control of your future. Enroll today at icangotocollege.com.
Students, imagine how much money and time you could save by enrolling in an associate degree for a transfer program. It's definitely something to consider. It was the best decision I made in my own journey, so I hope you guys look into that. Next up, we have a student speaker. Ebba is a former community college student who transferred to a California community college to UCLA. Ebba has great insight to share with you, things you never knew about community colleges. Let's start by welcoming our first student presenter, Ebba Tefera. Hi, Ebba.
Hey Shay, thank you so much. Good evening, everybody. My name is Ebba Tefera, and a little bit about me. I grew up in Santa Maria, California. I played a lot of sports, and then I ended up transferring to Moore Park College, did 2 years of community college, and I'm now at UCLA. Currently a fourth year senior at UCLA, and I'm majoring in psychology on a pre-med path. And I chose to attend community college for a couple different reasons. One of them was that I had an older sister, and she attended community college before me while I was still in high school, and she always preached about how much money she was able to save by going to community college first, and how even after transferring, she was still able to get the same degree as a lot of the students that had went straight to a fourth year, and her friends that had been there for 4 years and had to end up taking loans out. And she always used to tell me that she never had to take loans out. That's why she gave me that advice. Another reason was that I played a lot of sports in high school, and one of those was volleyball. And I was actually after high school, I wasn't really thinking about playing any college sports, but my high school coach strongly encouraged me to play and reach out to community college coaches at least. And I got in contact with the Moore Park College head coach, and I had a really good visit with them. I loved the college campus. At the time, I was thinking about doing nursing, and they had an amazing nursing program. So I felt like it was the right fit for me. I also want to talk about the associate degree for transfer program, also known as the ADT program. And I know it more specifically as the TAG program, which is the Transfer Admission Guarantee program, because it really put me on track to achieve my goal of earning a bachelor's degree from a university. The TAG program helped me out because while I was at community college, there were a lot of different classes that I could take, and there was a lot of different majors that I could choose from. But the end goal was always to end up at a four-year university. And the TAG program gave me this kind of safety net so that I knew in the back of my head, as long as I took these certain classes and followed this path, then it would put me on track to at least get into a couple different UCs of my choice. I ended up choosing UC Santa Barbara, and I had to maintain a minimum of a 3.4 GPA while I was at Moore Park College. And I did that, and I was able to be admitted into UCSB without having to worry at all. So it was a nice guarantee to have. The ADT and the TAG program are both great options for many students who want to attend four-year universities and earn a bachelor's degree. So, like I said, I transferred from Moore Park College to UCLA, and attending a community college first is a great option for students interested in transferring to a UC through the Pathways Plus program. The Pathways Plus program ensured that I was taking the right classes, meeting the major requirements, and on track to successfully transfer to a UC. So there was a lot of different things that led to my success at Moore Park, and one of those was just going out into the community and trying to network as much as possible. I always like to tell people that closed mouths don't get fed, because if I was to just go to Moore Park College and not try to meet new people and put myself out there and get out of my zone, then I wouldn't be where I am today and I wouldn't be half the person I am today. I had to move away to go to community college, so I wasn't living at home. And that was a drastic change for me. That was the first time moving out of my parents' house. And at first, I was really homesick. And I'm really glad I didn't just shelter myself and stay inside all the time, because I was able to be blessed with a lot of opportunities. I applied to a lot of different scholarships. I was active on campus. I ended up finding our Black Student Union, and I ended up getting on the executive board for that club. I was able to meet a lot of different people and find out about a lot of different resources like the food pantry we have, and just a lot of different free things that were offered that I wouldn't have known of unless I stepped on campus and asked people that I saw. So I feel like just going out and asking, that will get you a lot. Another thing that really inspired me was a program called Amend, and Amend is specifically for Black males at community colleges. This organization was started about 20 years ago now. It was started by a couple of community college administrators, and their goal was to focus on the enhancement of Black community college students, and specifically males, in all aspects, that being transfer rates, graduation rates, finding jobs after community college. And they're doing this in a multitude of ways now. So for example, they take about 10 to 15 Black males in community college to Africa every summer. I was blessed to be able to go on a trip to East Africa in the summer of 2022, which changed my life. And they are able to take a lot of these students back. Most of the men have never been to Africa, so they're able to show the students, their roots and their culture and where we come from as a community. And I was also able to meet one of my lifelong mentors who shared a lot of really, really good advice with me, especially on that trip. And he kind of inspired me to put me on the path that I am now of being pre-med. So I was really blessed to be able to find and discover that organization. And I ended up becoming the president of the Amend Charter at Moore Park College during my second year, and I was able to bring in more of the Black students on campus. A lot of the student athletes were able to join, and there was a conference. There was a conference every year, and I was able to take about 25 to 30 students with me at my last year of community college. So I couldn't be happier about the path that was laid out for me by the transfer programs at the California community colleges. By attending a California community college first, I was able to take advantage of the resources and support available, prepare for tough pre-med courses, and save a ton of money. I completed the first 2 years at a community college, then achieved my goal of entering the pre-med program at UCLA. Also, attending a community college provided me with flexible schedules so I could balance my job and other responsibilities while in college. So just never leave out the chance of going to community college. And if I could tell you guys anything, it would be to, I mean, just spread the success with the people around you and try to just whenever you find out about resources, just make sure you're trying to bring other people along with you and share the wealth.
What an impressive educational journey. Thank you so much, Evas, for sharing your story and such valuable information. I'm a community college baby, so definitely share the wealth and share the information with your friends. Now, before we move on, I want to remind all students to enter to win one of those great scholarships and prizes. Students, scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the chat to enter now. Don't miss the chance to enter to win. We'll be closing the drawing soon. This is just for students or students who may enroll at a California community college, including high school students. And remember, all prize winners will be asked to come on camera and introduce themselves. If you win, you will receive a notification so we can get you on camera. Do not be shy. Trust me, nobody cares what your hair looks like right now. You don't have makeup on. If you win, you must come on camera and be ready to introduce yourself again. So you just be ready to come on camera so you can redeem your prize. If you're unable to come on camera, unfortunately, you will forfeit your prize and we will have to move on to the next person. Now, our next presenter is Dr. Erin Charlins, who is the Transfer Center Coordinator at San Diego City College. She's going to talk about some of the transfer programs and services available on community college campuses that you may not be aware of that could help influence your decision to enroll or stay enrolled. Hello, Dr. Charlins.
Hello. As mentioned, I'm Dr. Erin Charlins. I am the Transfer Center Coordinator, also counselor and professor at San Diego City College. Each year, more than 100,000 California community college students transfer to a four-year college or university to earn their bachelor's degree. As a matter of fact, 29% of UC students and 51% of CSU graduates got their start at a California community college. And of course, what's not to love about the California community college system? There's lots of advantages of being a transfer student to a four-year university. One of the reasons is you get an opportunity to take your general education courses and the courses to prepare for your major right here at a California community college, where the class sizes are much smaller than
Dr.
at a.
Charlins, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Your camera's off. There you go.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine now. Go ahead. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
All right. Let's see, where was I? Lots of advantages of attending a California community college, including smaller class sizes. 25 to 30 students is our average class size compared to our universities where you're taking general education courses, and those classes could have as many as 800 students in them. We have affordable tuition here at the California Community College system at just $46 a unit. So per semester, if you're taking a full-time load, we're looking at just over $500 for the semester, a little over $1,000, $1,100 for the year. The professors who work at California community colleges really care. Oftentimes they represent the students that we serve here in the system. Next slide, please. I wanted to share this quote because it really resonated with me as I think about the students that we serve here in our system. Take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. And that comes from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And when I think about the students in our system, you all are students who we don't know yet where we're going to get accepted. We don't know yet what the future is going to look like. Yet we care enough about ourselves and we believe just enough in ourselves that we're taking a leap of faith so that we can have a better future, that we can create legacy for our family, so that we can, we can connect and just have opportunities that maybe don't exist for us now. And so you are some of the most brave people that I've ever met. So just know that coming from a professor, coming from a transfer center coordinator, when I look at you all, when I look at the students that we serve in the system, you are amongst the most brave that I can think of, that I know. Next slide, please. I want to talk a little bit about the transfer pathways that are available to you as a California community college student. If you're a student coming from high school, or if you've been out of the community, if you've been out of the education system for a while, you might be interested in what is called the CSU Transfer Success Pathway. So students who want to transfer to a California State University, you have the opportunity to get dually enrolled. So enrolled at a California community college and also receive enrollment at the four-year institution at the same time. What's great about this is if you stay on the track and follow the courses in that transfer success pathway, you have guaranteed admission into that school. As long as you transfer within 3 years, any major that you want, as long as that major is available at that four-year institution through the Transfer Success Pathway Program. So fantastic for those of you who are just getting started. And for those of you who are on the path at California Community College, you have to know about the Associate Degree for Transfer. We've heard about it a couple times tonight, but it's called a degree with a guarantee for a reason. If you participate and complete one of these associate degrees for transfer, again, there's 40 currently in the system, you also have a guarantee of admission into a California State University. You don't get to choose which one, but let's say that you applied to your local campus and you weren't admitted, for example. You have an opportunity to be admitted someplace in the system. That is the guarantee for you. So you can take that leap of faith toward your education confidently because you've got a spot in the system. And on the other side, once you transfer, you have the opportunity to complete your remaining courses in no more than 60 units. So what we love about this, again, it's a guarantee, so it kind of lessens the risk of you going to college, but we know that it streamlines the pathway for students on the other side. So you know exactly what to take here at community college, and you know exactly what you're going to take on the other side. Again, lowers that risk of, what if nobody accepts me, right? The other thing I want you to know about is we have a program called UC Tag, or UC Transfer Admission Guarantee. And that is available at 6 of the University of California campuses, including Davis, Irvine, Riverside, Merced, Santa Cruz, and Santa Barbara. And each has its own GPA requirements. However, if you complete a certain set of courses that are outlined by each of those colleges and you meet a certain GPA requirement, then you are going to receive a guarantee of admission into the University of California system. So many great options for our transfer students. Again, I hope that you're hearing that you can confidently take that leap of faith because there are opportunities waiting for you. Opportunities that, quite frankly, some of these are not available to students coming out of high school, going straight to the four-year institutions. A lot of times these guarantees are not available for them. So special stuff right here for our community college students. Next slide, please. So how do you move from here as a California community college student to there? What are your power moves? So I want to share a few things with you. One is I want you to remember to meet with a counselor early and often. Your counselor is going to help you develop a student educational plan. And that really is your roadmap to get from where you are to where you want to go. What courses you should be taking in each of your semesters, in what order, how to meet all the prerequisites in time for transfer. When do you transfer? What are the dates and deadlines? When should you be doing internships? All of those things are going to be part of your student educational plan. We want you, when you enter into community college, to find a community, and it's not too late to do that. And one of the ways you can find community is looking at places like Umoja, EOPS, Puente, DSPS, the Transfer Center. Those programs are going to be a place where there's accountability. There's people who care. There's people who have similar interests as you, people who look like you. So please find a community. When you're entering into community college, when you're transferring to the four-year universities, you are moving into a new culture that has its own rules. And so you want to make sure that you're meeting with counselors, you're meeting with those community members where you can be seen and get support in your transitions. Research schools and programs. You've got to have skin in the game. Your counselor is going to help you develop a plan, but we want you to come to us with questions. What do you want to know about those transfer institutions? What do you want to know about transfer? What do you want to know about your career? Bring those questions, challenge us during your session with your counselor. Visit your transfer center. In the transfer center, we often know when those university reps are coming to campus. We know when all the activities and events are happening. And so you want to make sure that you're popping in at least a couple times a semester into your transfer center, because we want to make sure that you know how to access all of these great advisors at the university level. And I think that's one thing that the transfer centers do really well is it's about equity work. We want to make sure that all of our students, again, have access to all of this great information. So we're bringing these campuses to you right on your campus. We're bringing those reps from UCLA and Berkeley and the HBCUs and all of the private institutions. We're bringing them right to your campuses often throughout the year. So be sure you're visiting your transfer center so you don't miss those things. Attend transfer workshops, informations, and as I mentioned, transfer fairs. That's where you're going to get the information. You're going to get the 411, the workshops that we do. When we hear from our admissions representatives, they are often giving you the tea, the real deal on how to make sure that your essays for transfer are straight, how to make sure that you avoid tricky things on your college applications. These admissions advisors, they're giving you all of that information so that we don't make those mistakes. Next slide, please. And finally, what I'll end with is I want you all to know you are worthy, you are capable of achieving what you dream of. The path that you're on is yours to walk, but I want you to know that we are here to walk it with you. Your brilliance, your story, you, all of you, you are appropriate for that next level. Some people are not qualified for these four-year institutions. You are qualified for these four-year institutions. There is a place for you at the table, and I want you to claim that space. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Charlins. That was incredible. I know you may have some questions for Dr. Charlins, but we have a final presenter. So if you have any questions for Dr. Charlins, go ahead and put them in the Q&A at the bottom of your screen, and we will have her answer those a little bit later. Also, another reminder, students, this is your last chance to enter to win the AirPod Pros, the $500 scholarship, a $1,000 scholarship, and a backpack loaded with prizes at a value of $2,000, courtesy of iHeartMedia. You know what to do. Scan the QR code or click the link in the chat to enter the drawing. This is your last chance to enter tonight. And reminder, if you win, you will have to come on camera or you will forfeit your prize. Now, let's introduce our final presenter. It's Dr. Erin Settle, Project Director for the Transfer Guarantee Agreement to Historically Black Colleges. Dr. Settle will talk to us about how you can go from a California community college to an HBCU. Hello, Dr. Settle.
Hi, Shay. Thank you for that warm welcome. And I loved hearing about your journey. That's so important for students to hear so that they can see, as Dr. Charles mentioned, that all of our students are worthy and capable of achieving their dreams. So thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Erin Settle. I currently serve as the project director for the California Community Colleges Transfer Guarantee Agreement to HBCUs. I am also a very proud HBCU alum. I graduated from Fisk University, a small private HBCU in Nashville, Tennessee, and also part of the transfer pathway. I will get started with some brief history on HBCUs and then continue on about the transfer requirements to take advantage of this pathway and some other valuable resources and opportunities. You could probably, yep, perfect. So this is a little history on HBCUs, the historical in HBCU. So the first HBCUs were founded in the early to mid 1800s, starting with Cheyney University of Pennsylvania, Lincoln University in Pennsylvania, and Wilberforce University in Ohio. After the Civil War, that's when the majority of HBCUs were established. Currently, there are over 100 HBCUs, and that includes community colleges, four-year universities and colleges, as well as professional schools, so medical schools, law centers. You can go ahead and to the next. I think you might have to tap twice. So why consider an HBCU? We've heard a lot from our students, and a lot of these reasons hold true. You might identify with a couple of them, some of them might not be true for you, and some might be eye-opening. A sense of belonging and community at an HBCU. Small classroom sizes. Dr. Charlin just mentioned at California community colleges, no matter the school you attend, the classroom sizes are small, very similar to HBCUs. Classrooms as small as 5 to 8 students and as large as maybe 30 to 40 students max. The universities as a whole can be as small as 500 total students. And then for our partner schools, up to 7 or 8,000 students total. It's in the fabric of HBCUs, it's in their history to have those strong relationships. So you can find that with your professors, that mentorship, which helps you get to not only graduating, but onto graduate school if that's your goal, and entering the workforce. You are seen, valued, respected, and you belong at an HBCU campus. It's very family oriented, a family feel. Competitive tuition costs, I'll share some info in the next few slides. Longer term income earnings are higher for students that attend HBCUs. And as many folks often familiarize themselves with HBCUs, the memorable social experiences. So homecoming, Battle of the Bands, Spring Fest, all of those really exciting events that are like none other. And diversity. Sometimes students don't think diversity when they think of HBCUs, but there are two things to remember here. There is so much diversity just within Blackness, as well as beyond Blackness and beyond other identities that students might identify with as well. Next slide, please. So how do you take advantage of this transfer guarantee agreement? You have two options. Have at least 30 transferable units, so those CSU transferable courses, or complete an ADT. You've heard a lot about that today, an associate's degree for transfer. Have at least a 2.0 GPA or higher. There are about 5 HBCUs that require higher than a 2.0, and the highest being a 2.75. But remember, the higher the GPA, the more financial opportunities, grant scholarships that you can qualify for. And attend any California community college. We've heard, you can attend more than one community college, California community college. It does not matter. But as long as you meet those qualifications, you have guaranteed admission to any of our participating HBCUs. What are some of those benefits? Guaranteed admission, of course. Priority consideration for housing. I know someone in the chat asked about housing. So as long as students are meeting the housing application deadline identified by the HBCU, they will have a place to stay on campus. Pre-transfer advisement from the HBCU. And then there are some really amazing specific grant and scholarship opportunities that I'll share more about. Next slide, please. So this is an amazing resource and tool, the transfer search tool available on the I Can Go to College website. You can search to identify the various pathways from ADT to bachelor degree that will get you guaranteed admission at junior status. So as you're planning your educational routes and goals, definitely take a look at that tool as you are making your plans. Next slide. These are some of our phenomenal student success coaches. As you can see, they've gone through this pathway and have graduated, and they are here to support students throughout their journey, from applying to HBCUs to attending and seeing them through to graduation. So make sure that you check us out on our website through the I Can Go to College page and get connected. Next slide. Oh, this is so tiny. This is the full list of our participating HBCUs. Again, I know this is small, but feel free to look on our website to see the full list of schools, a variety of schools. We encourage you to explore many options and not just focus and hone in on schools that you've heard of or maybe familiar with, but explore as many as possible. Next slide, please. Okay, so when we talk about affordability, oftentimes students think if I go to an HBCU coming from California, it's automatically more expensive, and that does not have to be the case. Prime example here, these are our partner HBCUs that offer in-state tuition for our students. So definitely take a screenshot, check out this recording after. But if these schools aren't on your list to apply, I would strongly encourage you to do so if cost of attendance is something that you're concerned about. As we go to the next slide, just keep in mind, public schools are the schools where you have to worry about residency and in-state and out-of-state tuition. Private schools is the same cost for all students, no matter where you're coming from. Some of these resources Dr. Charlins mentioned, for those high school students out there, definitely take advantage of the Promise programs and seek the communities at the community college. It's called that for a reason. So programs such as FYE, First Year Experience, Amoja, Amend, Puente, and so much more. But definitely get connected. There are so many resources available. Next slide, please. I'm just briefly going to have them tap through these next few slides. These are different scholarship opportunities available to students. This first one is open to students that are participating in the Amoja program, and that deadline is May 2nd. Next slide. This just launched today, the Mary Ann Jackson Memorial Scholarship. This is started actually by one of Dr. Charlin's former students who transferred to Grambling, then graduated and went on to Columbia University. It's a $100 gift card for dorm essentials. So please apply for that. Next, please. The Cal HBCU transfer grant. So as we talk about ADTs, this is another advantage of transferring with an ADT. It is a one-time grant of up to $5,000 for first-time transfer students to eligible HBCUs. So definitely scan that code, check out the website to see which HBCUs are eligible. Next slide. Lastly, the Hoffman Agency Scholarship is a scholarship that is hosted annually for those interested in the field of communications. It covers tuition and fees for 2 years for students interested in that field and transferring to a partner HBCU. So that's closed for this year, but the coming year, be on the lookout for that. Next slide. Lastly, take a screenshot of this. Additional resources, UNCF Thurgood Marshall College Fund, those are major hubs for scholarships when you're considering how to fund your last 2 years of completing your bachelor's degree. Go on an HBCU tour. You can often do that with the Amoja program at your community college. And then for our student athletes, take a look at these awesome resources for recruitment opportunities to HBCUs as well. You can go to the last slide. And for any questions, that's my contact info. Thank you all for joining and really taking the reins in your educational next steps.
Thank you so much for sharing that great information on how California Community College students can get to our nation's HBCUs. And thank you all, the presenters tonight, for sharing your amazing stories. There's so much valuable information there. So hopefully you guys heard some things there that can help you along in your journey. Now, it's time to hear from the members of our audience and answer some of your questions. If you have questions, please put them in the Q&A now. One of our presenters will answer them live. Now, my first question is going to be for Ebba. Some students that are watching are trying to decide if community college is right for them. How did you know you made the right decision in enrolling at a California community college?
Thank you for the question. Honestly, I would say I didn't know I made the right decision until I was actually on campus and I was like getting situated with the campus environment. Because I definitely felt like at first moving away from home for me, that was definitely tough. And it just felt like I was really homesick. I wanted to go back home, and moving out of my parents' house was something that it really had me second guessing the decision. But once I found like the community on campus, especially through Amend, I I felt like that helped me feel more at home. So once I found the Black Student Union and a lot of the other orgs on campus, just having that campus life and that home away from home, that's what started giving me that reassurance I needed to make me feel like I had a community outside of where I grew up.
Great answer. And I'm glad that you mentioned campus life because we had a lot of students who asked questions about how campus life is. And I think they specifically were talking about HBCUs in comparison to, say, UCs in California or even at California community colleges. So, how would you guys describe the differences in the campus life between the different types of universities you could transfer to?
I can speak to HBCU campus life. Small, close knit, family like. If for our current community college students, if you are involved in the Emoja community and you've been to an Emoja conference or an Amend conference, any of those types of programs, a Black Student Success Center, it's like that, but the whole entire campus. So that's the whole purpose of HBCUs. They were founded for the educational advancement for Black students. Um, Always open to all students, but their focus has always been for Black students. So very warm, very welcoming, loving, and that love can sometimes be that soft, warm, fuzzy love. And sometimes it's that tough love, holding you to that high expectation that they know is within you.
I will say, as somebody who went to Cal, I will say it was warm and fuzzy at City College San Francisco, and then I got to Cal, and it was not so much, but it was still a great experience. So I do recommend if you're looking for that family community, HBCU will definitely take care of you. I will speak to that. I kind of regret going to Cal instead of, an HBCU. My next question is going to be for Gina. What advice would you give students who still do not know if enrolling, returning, or entering community colleges at an older age is right for them?
I can tell you it is right for you, but if you're not sure, you should always go speak to a college counselor. They're an excellent source of information to help you decide if community college is right for you. It's also a great idea to seek out any other students, older students maybe, or any other students in your situation to see how their community college experience was to find out. But I can tell you that the community colleges serve 100% of all students who apply. So if you're interested, I encourage you to go, go to college.com to find out more information about a community college near you.
Absolutely. It is. It's never too late. So please go find out more information. My next question is going to be for Dr. Aaron Settle. How do you know which HBCUs are part of the HBCU transfer program? And we also have a question about HBCUs online and if transfer students can do that online as well.
Yeah, so you can find out the full list of participating HBCUs on the I Can Go to College website. I can put the link in the chat. And you can see the full list of participating HBCUs. It's continuously growing, so keep checking that list. As far as online programs, yes, there are some online programs at HBCU, so you can complete your degree. One that comes off the top of my head, well, two that I know students have gone through and graduated from: Fort Valley State University and Talladega College.
Amazing. And my last question is going to be for Dr. Charlins. If a student has never thought about transferring to a 4-year university, why should they consider it?
Ooh, good question. I'm going to kind of go back to what I said before. Um, our stories, your stories are important, they're relevant. We belong in every space. There are opportunities at the four-year institutions. There is life development that happens at the four-year institutions that, given from my own experience, I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't have the mentors, the friendships, the hardships, all of that to shape who I am as a mother, as a friend, as a partner. Um, and I'm going to double down on you belong in those spaces, y'all. I need you to know that. And your network will grow. You will have community for a lifetime. That's what I got.
I can attest to that as well. I will say when I transferred to Cal, I had a bad experience my first day, but all I can say is my recommendation, if you can or you're interested in transferring to a HBCU, at least go do a campus visit. I did that my senior year in high school, and I should have went with my gut, but I stayed home because my dad unfortunately passed away. So Cal was right up the street, full scholarship, got to be here for mama. But different circumstances, you got to choose what's right for you. And that's what we're here for, to make sure you guys make the best decisions for your educational journey. Thank you, Dr. Charlins, Dr. Settle, Dean Brown, and Ebba for your incredible presentation, insightful answers. We're going to let our presenters go and get to some of these prize giveaways. Now, reminder, you guys have probably received some messages in the chat. Remember, you do have to come on camera in order to win this prize. So please, if you are ready, go ahead and come on camera. And let me find who our first winner is real quick. Now, the first winner, before we get to that, let me do a couple of mentions real quick. Thank you guys all for viewing tonight. We have a few more minutes to go, including the prizes. But for everyone watching, whether you're in high school student or a parent or grandparent or someone thinking about enrolling in college, I want you to do a few things. Visit icangotocollege.com website to learn more about the program and opportunities awaiting you at California Community Colleges. When you're on the website, check out the Black and African American Student Success page, where you will find information about programs such as Umoja and A2 Men, food and housing, and scholarships. If you're looking for job training, maybe start a new career path, or considering enrolling or re-enrolling in a community college, go to the website and check us out. You can also visit your local California Community College and speak with a counselor to create a plan. Also connect with Umoja and A2 Men for guidance. Complete the FAFSA and the CADA by September 2nd. Those are applications for getting financial aid to pay for college. And join us Thursday night for the Cash for College workshop to get step-by-step instructions on completing the forms to get all the financial aid you qualify for, including money you don't have to pay back. Then enroll now at icangotocollege.com. And lastly, thanks to everyone from all over the state that participated today. I want to give a huge shout out to our colleges that are hosting watch parties for the student hour: Cañada College, Saracosa Community College, Chabot College, College of Marin, College of San Mateo, Compton College, Copper Mountain College, Fullerton College, Gavilan College, Hartnell College, Los Medanos College, Monterey Peninsula College, Moore College, Mount San Antonio College, Oxnard College. And another shout out to our media partners who are streaming the webinars on Facebook Live, Bakersfield Observer, Black Voice News, KPWR FM, LA Sentinel, Post News Group, Sacramento Observer, San Diego Voice and Viewpoint, and San Francisco Bayview. Now it's time to announce our prize winners, so let's get ready. Tonight, there will not be one, but 4 winners. And if you win, remember, you have to come on camera. Shout out to my ladies who are ready to receive their prize. Now, the prizes tonight are for AirPod Pros, a $500 scholarship, $1,000 scholarship, and a grand prize, a backpack full of goodies, iPad, smart keyboard, and an Apple Pencil worth $2,000. Now, if your name is called, I see you are ready to come on camera. And the first winner is Adwin Coleman. Tracy, you are the winner of the AirPod Pros. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's a
You're
Dawn. I'm
welcome.
sorry, but
Oh,
it's a Dawn.
Adon? I'm
Yes,
sorry.
it's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
It's
So,
okay.
what school do you plan to go to, or are you attending, and what are your career goals?
I'm registered to join Tuskegee in
Oh,
Alabama in the fall.
nice.
Yes, and
And what is,
I'm sorry,
no, go ahead. What's your major?
psychology and going to be a social worker.
Oh, nice. Do you want to work with kids or say adults with mental health issues?
I'm still trying to figure that out with the internships that I'm doing right now.
Oh, smart girl. Internships will tell you what you. I started as an intern here in radio. I was supposed to go to law school and I never left. So definitely do the internships. You will find your path. Congratulations. Looking forward to everything that you do in your career.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, our next winner, and you are the winner of the $500 scholarship, is DJ Anthony. Anthony, congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, so my name's DJ. Anthony's my middle name. Sorry, I put my
Oh,
full name, and so a lot of people think I'm a DJ. I do music. I don't do music, so
and listen, I'm a DJ, so that's why I assume that. So sorry.
no, it doesn't help that people also say they have a radio voice. It's a whole mix-up. I'm
You
blessed with the
actually
curse, as they say.
do. You actually
So,
do. If you're looking for a job, I'm looking for some people. So,
all right,
part-time
if
work.
you're
Come
for real,
on.
I will take you. I will take you up on that, Miss Shay. Am I
Yes,
saying that right,
yes,
Shay?
yes. So, what school are you planning on attending and what's your goal?
So I'm actually currently attending Pasadena City College. Go Lancers! If any of my Lancers are in here, yeah, we're small but mighty. I'm right now. I was similar to the person before me. I was doing psychology, but I'm actually going to pivot into hospitality management.
Oh, really? What
So.
made you want to go in that route?
So growing up, I worked a lot in kitchens, and I just love the idea of service. For me, service is not just an opportunity to, just serve people. It's an opportunity to potentially bring communities together and heal. And I think the number one thing that we need in this world right now is food justice. A lot of people talk about housing justice and like environmental justice. Not to say that those movements aren't, necessary, but I think like food justice is one that people don't really think about a lot. Even people just think like, oh, just feed people. But like, how are we feeding people? How are we bringing these communities together through things like community gardens, environmental sustainability. And so more than just putting food on a plate, how are we actually like, reframing these systems to be better?
I love how passionate you are about this. And are you actually going to transfer or are you going to complete the degree program at your school to achieve that?
So yeah, my goal is to transfer. I do know that there are very limited schools I could transfer in terms of that and the Cal State system, and then almost no schools in the UC system have hospitality. Not no schools, but like most of it's kind of like different. And so I guess my goal is to eventually either go to Cal Poly Pomona with it, or eventually probably go to East Bay. One of those two, because I just know that those schools are really passionate about the food systems just as much as I am. So
Yes, they are. And I actually had a niece who graduated from the East Bay. So congratulations. Can't wait to see what you do. And I'm probably going to see you if you come to East Bay. So see you soon.
yeah, I know.
Thank you,
Don't forget, I'll
DJ.
take you up on the radio offer. Thank you, Miss Shea.
No, for sure. Reach out. Now, our
Thank you.
next winner is the winner of the $1,000 scholarship, JJ. Congratulations. JJ, what school are you attending and what school do you plan on going to? What's your goals?
I am going to San Diego City College right now, and thank you so much. I'm super excited. My major is social work, and I plan to work in gerontology.
Nice.
My goal is Howard for right now, but we'll see. We'll see. I got more to explore.
So I was literally looking at the transfer program, and Howard was definitely on that list. So I'm assuming you've checked it out.
I
You've already
did. I actually
investigated.
went on an HBCU tour with Dr. Charlins and a lot of other students in the region for during spring break. So it spoke to me. It felt good. It
Well,
felt
have
good.
fun. I
Thank
have
you.
a lot of friends who went there. They all love it. They all go to homecoming every year. So I'm excited for you. Take me with you, girl. I'll
Thank
come and
you.
visit.
Thank you. Come on, let's
Right?
go.
Congratulations on the $1,000 scholarship, and thanks for coming on tonight. And for our final winner, the winner of the grand prize, the $2,000 value backpack with the Apple Pencil, the iPad, the Bluetooth keyboard, Lisa, congratulations.
So much. I can't believe this.
And what school do you attend? What school do you plan on going to? What's your goals?
Currently I'm attending the College of San Mateo. It's my first semester, and I'm an international student all the way from Africa. And
Okay.
yeah, my goals, I'm an engineering major. I'm planning to do aerospace engineering.
Oh my goodness. That is so impressive. I'm super excited for you. Do you know what school you want to transfer to?
Probably one of the UCs, or my first choice would be Florida Tech.
Well, I think that you can make that happen. And I think that this grand prize will help you get there. So, congratulations. And
Thank
thanks
you.
for coming
Thank you.
on.
Thank you.
And congratulations again to all of our prize winners. We will reach out to you to get your address so we can mail your prize. Thank you all for joining us tonight's workshop and for considering California Community Colleges, where all students are welcome and where we will help you to reach your goals. Please join us tomorrow at 6 p.m. for the Learn It, Earn It, Access Good Paying Career Paths webinar. See the registration link in the chat. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.